Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of your beloved bi-monthly broadcast, Harlem's very own, featuring, as always, your three magnanimous co-hosts. Speaking first, it's Justin K. Winley, a.k.a. Mr. Alumnus, a.k.a. the Bachelor with the Baccalaureate, a.k.a. Mr. Film and Screen Studies. Justin K. Winley recently graduated from Pace University.
Yeah, let's give a congratulations to my boy Justin.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
I'm free, and I'm coming for you. And I'm joined by my boy.
Yo, what's up, Vanessa Hudges? What's up, mama? Come take a spin on the cyclone. I miss you. Come holler at this Dragon Zord. What's up, mama? Yo, it's Black Suit Spider-Man. AKA, if I hear bing bong, fuck your life. If you see these dogs in the front yard, I'm a bing bong your fucking head, fuck your wife, and curb stomp your fucking dogs.
Damn. He doesn't like it.
I'm tired of this.
Our third mic.
What's going on, people? How y'all doing? I mean, I'm good, if y'all asked, but you know, it's your boy, you know, Ahmad K. Simmons, aka the Holly Jolly Holiday Ho, aka Granny's gingerbread cookie with cream on her back. Okay.
Every time.
Wow.
I'm crying.
This nigga is a criminal, bro.
Yes, and there's a fourth voice here.
Giuliani put him in jail.
Our friend of the show, Wes Goodrich.
Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Wes, a.k.a. the Bisquick Bandit, a.k.a. Messy Wessie, a.k.a. the fourth Spider-Man.
It's good to have you back, man.
His cousin.
So we don't have a plan today. Usually we come in with structure, but today there's I don't know. There's a bunch of stuff going on. We'll talk. We'll see what comes up. I do have something I want to open the episode with, gentlemen. This is a day for rejoicing.
Yes.
It was recently announced that Meagan Good and Devon Franklin have filed for divorce.
Praise the Lord. Yo,
after 9 years.
Look. He may not always come when you want, but he always comes
right on time.
She was shackled to that pastor nigga for 10 years.
Ahmad has fled the scene.
Yo. He caught the Holy Ghost.
This is wow, this is really something. I'm reading this from page 6. Actress Meagan Good and her husband, religious leader and author Devon Franklin, are splitting. Page 6 got messy immediately because they say the couple were married in 2012 and have no children together. Which feels like
Whose fault was that?
Well, I think Ahmad, you said apparently Megan doesn't want kids, right?
Then why should she?
I heard it from the birds in the tree. It wasn't.
She saw what Tom Holland wants to do to Zendaya. Lock that shit down. She said, "Not me, sir." She said, "Not me."
Tom is waiting for it. Tom is waiting for his golden moment. It ain't coming.
Bam.
Word. And I'm happy. I'm happy that she don't want no kids. Yo, Meagan Good. I'm Captain Abortion over here. So what's up?
Well, I don't know. I don't know if that's appealing to her either. But Meagan Good is the crush of a generation, right? Like she's an entire group
level bad.
Yeah, there's an entire group of black boys that have grown up loving Meagan Good.
She's the final boss of fine shorties. Like like you get through all the bosses, and she's like the Bowser of fine.
The Bowser? I thought Halle Berry would be Bowser.
Maybe. I mean, Halle Berry's the predecessor, but
That's true.
I mean,
that's the OG right there.
What's interesting about it?
The predecessor.
That's true. Nia Long, Sanaa Lathan. I mean, there's a whole bunch.
Meagan Good is like the Mysterio level in Spider-Man 2.
yeah. It's like a whole excursion. You're like not even really sure why.
I never knew how long her career was. Like her first role was in Friday.
That's true. I feel like she remains kind of underrated. You know, like I think people, it's like you walk up to any black man between the ages of, I would say, 20 and 40, and you say Meagan Good, they're going to know who you're talking about. Yeah. But like once you get outside of that specific demographic, and black women as well, once you get outside of that demographic, people are like, who? Like because I think she, and it's very, actually, we talked about on the Media Morgue, we did an episode on Brick, which is a Rian Johnson movie. And she pops up in that.
She's so bad in that movie, fam.
But yeah, I feel like after a point, like her career kind of, it hit a ceiling and she didn't really ever get to, I mean, she's in the Captain Marvel, the Shazam movie.
Yeah, she is. She played the little black girl when she became a superhero.
Yeah. And that was like, oh, there she is. But it's kind of like when you see Tyler Perry in movies that he didn't create. It's like when you see Meagan Good.
When he was in Ninja Turtles, that's when I like gave up.
Wait, you serious?
Tyler Perry, low key, is a good actor, Jude.
I don't care. Fuck that nigga. He played Baxter Stockman. He played Baxter Stockman.
No, he fucking didn't.
Yes,
he played Baxter Stockman?
Nigga, Google it. It's right here. Why would I lie to you?
Why would I lie?
Look at my fucking pants.
Oh my God. Okay, I have a question. And y'all can answer this. Because you got to. Do you think
Oh, nah.
that Meagan Good...
I got these fucking Stephen A. Smith arms going on.
Do you think that Meagan Good was our generation's Pam Grier?
Oh, that's a good question.
I don't know too much about Pam Grier because my dad.
Pam Grier.
No, I love Pam.
First black women to have some titties on the screen.
Listen, yes. Okay, that was a Denzel face. That's what I was going for. But Pam.
I ain't saying it no more.
No, Pam Grier is gorgeous. Pam Grier is drop dead gorgeous, but I didn't feel the same, from my father, like love for Pam Grier because I didn't have my dad for that long. But I know she goddamn fine. Another one that I absolutely adore is Eartha Kitt. Eartha Kitt is the best Catwoman. I don't care what no one says.
That's facts. That's facts.
That's fair.
That's a good question. I mean, in terms of like movie star persona, maybe not, but definitely in terms of like a whole generation of black men thinking one woman is fine. Like I think you might have it. Like Meagan Good, I think you could say Meagan Good,
Halle.
I mean, Nia Long.
Everyone from Halle's generation, like it's she, Sanaa, and Nia are like the triumvirate.
Yeah. And then Meagan Good and Journey Smollett are in their own generation of fine women.
Journey and Meagan have always been synced up. They were in Eve's Bayou together. They were in Roll Bounce together.
They're in the DC movies together now.
Maybe they're coordinating this next phase of their life.
When were y'all introduced to Meagan Good?
Roll Bounce.
That fucking puppet show that she was on.
Cousin Skeeter.
Yeah. Cousin Skeeter.
Yeah. Cousin Skeeter was on
Stomp the Yard and My Wife and Kids.
Oh, Stomp the Yard. Interesting.
That's a good ass movie. I don't care, yo. The best. Capitalism is so crazy. They were like, yo, Chris Brown's in this movie. 15 minutes later, dead. Just immediately.
Yeah, it was Roll Bounce for me, and that I think was, I mean, to my knowledge, that was the first movie where they were like, we can start filming this woman like she's attractive because she had been a child star to that point. So you know what I mean? Like, and then she's like, I think when she filmed Roll Bounce, she's like 23 or so. So the first scene you see her, they're doing the whole "Love to love you, baby," and they're coming up, they walk into the apple bottom jeans with the Coke can. Lord,
with the fur.
I remember. Journey is in Roll Bounce too, but she's a little younger, so they couldn't quite do the same thing. But I remember. This is such a nerdy thing. In Great Debaters, Journey is in Great Debaters.
She is.
And I remember seeing her as a 10-year-old and being like, this is the most beautiful woman I've ever seen in my life. Like,
I was introduced to her in Friday Night Lights, in the later seasons of Friday Night Lights.
Also that.
And she was gorgeous in that. And that's why I got first introduced to Michael B.
His greatest performance in Friday Night Lights.
I did not.
Oh, Michael B's?
Yeah. That and The Wire. That and The Wire.
Oh,
he peaked at 11? Like,
nah, listen, man. Where is Wallace is crazy.
But Journey is she's cute in Roll Bounce. I mean, that's the whole thing. The movie is like trying to tell you that because she has braces on, she's not an attractive woman.
You know what that made me think of, Justin? The fact that Justin and I went to see Spider-Man last week. Yeah. And there's these long shots of Zendaya's face, and Justin turns to me is like, are we supposed to believe like she don't look like Zendaya in this movie?
Yeah.
The way people interact with her is like she's just a regular looking woman, and I'm like,
she fine.
That's Zendaya. Like,
That's
what do you?
Zendaya.
This is so interesting. I'm on Meagan Good's early life section in on Wikipedia, and she apparently claims that her maternal grandmother is Jewish and African. My mother's father was Cherokee and something else. My dad's mother, Puerto Rican and black, and his father was from Barbados. She says that she did not have any role models until early adulthood when she began admiring actress Charlize Theron, which is an interesting actress for her to admire. I'm wondering what Charlize Theron film she saw.
Yeah.
Monster? Like
how old is Charlize Theron?
Charlize Theron's got to be in her 40s. Let me look at Charlize.
She might be 50 by now.
No, I think she's 50.
Charlize Theron survey says it's 46.
Wow, she's only 6 years older than Meagan Good.
Really?
Yes, 75. Yeah,
she looks. I don't want to say she looks significantly older than Meagan Good, but I mean,
she just is aging in a different way.
Charlize Theron is a white woman.
Would y'all consider Charlize Theron African American because she's from South Africa?
No.
Yes.
No.
Wait, no. African is a nationality. She is an African American person. She's not a black woman.
Stop.
She's an African American.
Justin, I'd like you to mail your black card back to the Negro Society.
Okay. Real quick.
He said, "Now hold on. Okay. She is an African American."
Yo, a black person from Canada. A black person from Canada moves here, but it doesn't become a citizen of the United States. Are they an African American?
I don't even call myself an African American.
Me neither. I call myself black.
But I think they'd be a Canadian American or a black Canadian person. I mean, listen, Charlize Theron is like the opposite of what we think an African person looks like.
She looks like the Aryan race,
Yeah.
What Hitler enjoyed.
Like
the idea.
Black Canadian don't even sound right to me, bro.
I don't.
I'm African Canadian.
Do they even exist? Like,
when I Google like Simu Liu from Shang-Chi, and it's like Canadian American, and I'm thinking like, what? Canadian?
Oh, is he Canadian? Oh, that's
he's
right.
Canadian, yeah.
That's right. Born to
he's basically just Chinese Drake.
Chinese parents. Well, give it a few years, Drake might be Chinese Drake, depending on what woman he's sleeping with.
Oh, you mean Kylie?
You mean
Let's get into it.
You mean Millie Bobby Brown? I'm sorry. Cut that. My bad. My bad.
Why was this man texting?
Wait, hold on. Are you drinking from Chick-fil-A?
Yes.
Homophobe.
Where did you even find a Chick-fil-A? Did you bring it from Brooklyn?
Yeah, I did bring it from Brooklyn.
That you're down bad. To get on the train with Chick-fil-A is devious behavior.
That's dedication right
to ride an hour back to Harlem with Chick-fil-A in the bag.
In the cold.
My man said, I really need this.
Until 86 and 3rd.
Where were we? Drake? Yeah.
Was he texting Millie Bobby Brown?
Yep.
I don't want to unfurl that.
Yeah, we don't have to. I've always been confused by the sequence of events behind Drake turning on Netflix, watching Stranger Things, and then saying to his manager, "Get me that girl's number."
Also, like the fact that he's the main producer on Euphoria, which is a show about 16-year-old girls. That nigga was really like looked at that script and was like, "This is what I want.
This is my pocket.
This is right here."
I just watched the second trailer for the new Euphoria season, and this just looks hectic as fuck. The first season is I can relate to it a little bit because some of my lovelies lived that life. I don't know why I'm dealing with broads like that, but I did. And now there's just all this like extra shit's going on. I'm like, yo,
they wrote the black boy off, Jude. The black boy in it with the white girlfriend, he got written off the show.
Listen. You know what? Black people don't need to be on that show right now. Like, it looks so traumatic. I'm like, do we need to see more black trauma? Do we need another black boy going through
this
trauma?
This is not a safe space.
You know what? Nah, I'm okay.
You know, okay. I don't. Ahmad, do you watch Euphoria?
I have never seen a single. I won't wait. That was about to be a lie. I watched the first half of the first episode.
That's what most black people I know have watched. It's like the pilot.
Because for me, I haven't ever watched it. I've never been. I'm not like
I watched the whole thing.
I'm not seeking out Zendaya's career. You know what I mean? I know that she's a good actress, but so Euphoria just doesn't really grab my attention enough to go looking for it. Yeah. But I'm curious because we talk a lot about crazy women. We talk a lot about the lengths that we will go to
Doom chat. Oh yeah, everybody, you were introducing the Legion of Doom chat.
The Legion of Doom.
we have a meme in circulation in that chat, which is a man crawling through the desert, and he's crawling towards a sign that says "Evil Pussy." And that is the North Star for the Legion of Doom chat.
I just want to know, like, is that the concept behind Euphoria? Is Rue like?
Nah,
no.
Basically, you want us to do it, or you want me to do it?
Nah, you do it, but I'll say Zendaya in her deal.
Pause.
Let's tag team.
I will tag team. All right, so Zendaya just plays a drug addict. She basically plays. Just a crackhead, just popping pills. Yeah. She's basically 5 minutes away from shooting up heroin straight.
Popping perks the whole show.
Got it.
And she falls in love with this trans girl, Tack.
All right. So also, Zendaya is the narrator of this show. She's trying to get with this girl. Also, there's this nigga, this white boy who's in the closet, who's beating the shit out of everybody around him. He's in this mad toxic, and himself. He's in this mad toxic relationship with this Spanish shorty from Waves.
And that Spanish shorty is fire.
She is fine. Go ahead, Jude.
and his father fucked the trans girl.
Yeah, an adult. He's an adult man. Yeah. He's an adult man.
He's an adult man. So he's basically, and he paid her, and he pays a lot, and he has like, he's in a closet himself where he has
like Grindr on his phone.
Yes, and he's basically bagging trans folks, cheating on his wife who just makes chili. Tag.
All right. Also, there's this nigga. His name is oh God, what's his name? Whatever. It's played by the nigga from Fred Hampton, Algie Smith. He's got this white girlfriend. And he's this turmoil with this white girlfriend who's also like, she's cute, but like everybody's around him is like, oh, this girl, she used to slap out other niggas, and he's hurt by that, and not just like whatever, like a normal person would be. And that leads to a lot of issues with him. He also gets like beaten up by some white boys at some point in the season.
Intermission. Yeah. I'm sorry. Were y'all referring to Alexa Demie?
Yes, we were.
I've never seen this woman before.
Alexa Demie is 30 years old, playing a 15-year-old girl.
Are you sure she's 30?
I'm quite sure she's 30 years old, bro.
She's 30?
Her age isn't even on. Oh, look, the first people also ask, is Alexa Demie really 30?
Justin, this is a giant controversy, bro, because she doesn't share her age, but like sources have tagged her in photos from like 10 years ago. And she looks the same.
She was born December 11th, so her birthday just passed.
Yeah, she's 31, my nigga.
Anyways, also with the show, there's my thick joint Cat, played by Barbie Ferreira. Yo, Barbie Ferreira. Yo, you so damn fine. Oh my God.
Another one, Jude, another one that they try to make you believe is not fine in the context of the show. Like when you look at it, in the show,
gorgeous.
In the show, niggas is like, oh, I'm like, you know what she looks like?
Not because she's like a little thick ups, but you know what? She might sexy little Reese's Buttercup. You know what I'm saying? That's my little Reese's Pieces over there. I love her.
Justin, to answer your question, bro, Zendaya doesn't get up to anything because in her contract, she's the only one that has a non-nude clause. So she told the producer she would not be appearing nude. So the most she gets is some kissy with the
over the clothes action. Got it. Wait,
she does kind of have a weird bit of a sex scene, but it's not. It's like her shirt's on. The dude is just fucking her, and she just laid there, zombie face, like I just lost my virginity.
Alexa Demie's kind of a problem, y'all. I can't
Alexi
stop
Demie's
looking
a
at
demon,
images
my
of her.
nigga.
She's a problem in the show.
She's a problem in the show. She got a demon face.
You better calm your
that boy
ass
got
down,
a demon
Justin.
face.
You better calm your ass down, Justin.
Don't cheat on the mod, Justin. Don't cheat on the mod.
That woman is 40 years old. That woman is 40. Okay.
That woman is it was at the Kennedy assassination, Justin. She was shot Kennedy, bro.
Listen,
she was at Malcolm X's funeral.
I like this theory that Alexa Demie is a vampire. She's just like an immortal. She's been alive for hundreds of years.
She's like a
you go back and look at illustrations of like the Salem witch trials, and she's in the back like pointing.
Yo, she's like an ancient text, but the way they refer to her is that fine shorty. So they're like, there's no record of her. It's just that fine shorty. Age uncalculable.
She's been absorbing the energy from the men she's fucked. And she's been gone for 100 years. She's actually Cleopatra.
This is actually.
She needs to be Jennifer in the Jennifer's Body TV show that's coming out.
Yo,
to be honest,
I'll be the first victim of Jennifer's Body.
Yo, I'd be the first victim of Jennifer's Body in the movie. That's cool.
Yo, the one time the black guy should die first. That's a fine woman right there.
She's dangerous. Y'all know my weakness for toxic Latin women.
We've all dated ours.
Yo, we're from New York, bro. That's just a rite of passage, bro.
60% of the population.
Listen, yo, if you haven't got smacked by a Puerto Rican woman, you have not.
If you haven't gotten cursed out on the phone by a Dominican woman,
I am still in the clear.
It's gonna happen to you, Ahmad. And you won't know immediately, but you will know immediately.
I wanted to ask y'all because I've been thinking. We've talked about two women named Meagan who are both attractive.
Meagan Good.
What are like?
Yes.
Is there any like name? Are there any names that y'all know? Like every time you meet someone with this name, they're attractive.
Alex.
Out.
Interesting.
Damn, I have a name, but I'm losing it.
Personally, I can start. I have never met an unattractive Soraya.
That's because it's such a specific name.
Yo, hold on. Name. There was a girl I went to school with. Me and her took a logic class. She was French with that name. Oh, yo, she was like a French Alicia Keys. Oh my gosh,
the only fine person whose name I can say is my girl. You know, I'm. You know what I'm saying? I have to say like the fine one. The name is always Aaliyah. Like
that makes a lot of sense.
Excluding my best friend. My best friend is beautiful, but at the same time, that's bestie right there. But on the other side, it's just like every Aaliyah is like cute. I'm like, what's going on here?
Yeah. Now, Aaliyah's one.
Yeah. It's great. Oh, Nia.
Nia's
there's
one.
always a fine Nia.
Oh, really, anything that ends with an open vowel,
with
like
an
A.
Yes.
Because that's what you want to say at the end of every night.
Alrighty.
There's a lot of what I didn't know until I was coming into really college. There seemed to be a wave of Justin slander that started. Like everyone has
I feel like Jay name slander.
Yeah.
In general, like every
because y'all niggas is toxic. Y'all niggas is toxic.
We are not. Me and Justin are the listen.
Yo,
we are not patron saints, but we are good men.
Justin got a girl calling him Poppy in the Instagram comments. All right, this nigga is toxic.
Man, this man talking about this woman calling him Papa. He got another one saying, "Am I gonna be wifey?" Got another one saying, "You know, come and get me. Like, I'm taking you to Virginia." Goddamn,
this nigga is toxic.
Yo, like, hold on. Now, but we have to appreciate the come up though. You know what I'm saying? Because like this man was like, you know, he started off like he started, you know, to dip his foot into, you know, the whole pool.
Yo, listen. I'm scared of what 2022 got to bring for Justin because Justin is now graduated. Justin is established.
This man is about to be degreed up. and it's about to be dipping. Like he gonna hold the degree while putting one leg on top of homeboy.
Yeah, one hand on the degree, one
hand on the degree. Talking about some. He said, "Yeah, you like I'm degreed up. I'm degreed up."
Oh my god!
Yeah. I need the madness to stop.
Justin, can you own more chains than you already do?
Yo, with that villain cologne he got,
nigga, bruh, this nigga Justin gonna be over Shorty's face with 16 fucking chains hanging on her face, bruh.
Like a rapper like 2007.
My Lord. This man is degreed up. He's degreed
Justin,
up.
I'm not going to teach you how to swim. I'm not going to teach you how to swim because you're going to learn the breathing techniques for eating box.
Exactly. This man going to dive with the degree open.
That would be the degree goblin.
The degree goblin. My man,
goblin.
There it is.
No.
Listen, let me tell you something about Justin Winley. The Lord knows what to give certain niggas. Because if this nigga Justin Winley had been president of the BSU of the college we had gone to, this nigga would have fathered 16 children by now. This nigga, God knows. God knows what to give people, bro.
I love how this has become the roast of Justin Winley.
It's not even we're making fun of you. It's we're bigging you up. We're bigging you up.
And I appreciate it. My jaw hurts from smiling. I'm
telling you, Justin, get tested every 3 months. I'm serious.
Get tested every 3 months. A little bit more often than that.
No. Because listen, not for nothing, you have to let things even marinate. Because all right, I'm gonna tell this story on the podcast. I don't care.
Please.
All right,
there was one time, and I told everybody this, but the podcast know. There was one time I got scared I had HIV because I was drunk. I was mad drunk, and I met up with this woman that I've previously met, and things get going, and it was the time of her cycle, and the condom broke, kept going on, and did whatever. And I'm in the Uber on my way home from Brooklyn. I'm drunk out of my mind. And I'm like, yo, her boyfriend just got out of jail. He probably got raped in jail. And he got AIDS from that dude. And now she got AIDS from him. Now I got AIDS. That's literally...
These are, you know what? I mean...
That was my brain. That was my train of thought. So now, you cannot... And I call my homeboy up. And he was like, yo, bro, just get tested tomorrow. It'll be fine. That's not how this works. So the way STIs work is that they have an incubation period of a month.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
So to everybody, what I suggest y'all do if you ever have a scary moment like this, I went to Callan and Lord Center, and I was able to get PEP and PrEP. And they're anti-HIV medications. You get those within 72 hours. You'll be fine. And obviously, this woman is alive and well, and she's now married.
Well, congrats.
Okay, cool. So I was just, it was just my own paranoid brain. That's how things
spiraling.
go. I'm spiraling. That's why you got to test for every 3 months, because there's that incubation period. Because if you get tested once a month, you may not catch it.
I won't lie to you. I won't even lie to you, Jude. The scariest periods of time in my life have been the 3 days that you have to wait for that shit to come through. I remember one time, we're just telling these stories now. I remember one time I was waiting, and I was waiting, and some of the tests came back before others, negative. I get a call when I'm jogging. Shorty's on the phone and is like, hey, you tested a false positive for gonorrhea.
Damn!
I said, a false positive? What does that mean? And she was like,
you may or may not have it.
She said the first time you tested it was positive, but we have to test it multiple times, and every other time it was negative. But it's cool. Just wait a month and come back.
Oh my God.
A month? I ended up not having it, but she was like, I was like, a month?
To everybody, real quick, also, a place everyone should go to between the ages of, I would say like 15, 16 is when, we all start, things can happen, to like 26. is the adolescent health clinic here in New York in the 90s. I forgot what fucking street it was on, but just an adolescent health clinic with Mount Sinai. Yo, they got me my results within like a day. Like I tested positive for something and they called me immediately and I was Gucci.
Yo, this is like you get in the good old every other weekly like sex education facts from Mr. Jude right here. You don't get this from anywhere else. Yo, HVO comes at you with the pop culture. They come at you with the one leg up, the greed up. They come at you with the sex education. They come at you with the stop this nigga. You know what I'm saying? They come at you with the melanin, with the black men being caring, considerate, and looking out for each other, checking in. You know what I'm saying? And they make you feel like you are emotional. You feel me? If you want to be emotional, you can do it on this podcast. If you feel like you want to just say something off the top of your dome, you can do that. Okay? Right. Yo, Harlem's very own. Like, if y'all don't do this, if y'all don't subscribe, if y'all don't see nothing about Harlem's very own, I will cut your nipple off, okay?
Take it from your Uncle Jude. No, but I think that as funny as that whole tangent was, your point is well taken, Jude. I'll definitely be taking care of myself and my health. I'm definitely excited, man. Graduation. I'm entering obviously a new era.
How do you feel, man?
Yeah, damn right.
Yeah, how do you feel, bro?
I feel good. It's been 5 heavy years, 3 different schools. Mm-hmm. I don't know how many times I switched majors, but
that's okay.
100 different broads. Nah, it has it. Respectful young ladies.
I got to like this finals week, and I was like, this is taking longer than all of the 5 years that have brought me to this point. Like, I wanted so badly to be finished. Yeah, so it felt like it was taking forever, and it wasn't even like the assignments themselves were that difficult, but it's just like the having to do it, that really starts to wear on you. But I remember like logging off of my final exam in American Sign Language and just being like, wow, that's it. You know what I mean? And there's something about doing it on Zoom that's different from like when you leave a class for the last time and you leave the campus for the last time. Like, I just closed my laptop and I was like, okay, so I guess I'm done now. I'm waiting for grades to come in. But I'm pretty certain that I have everything well in hand.
And congrats on the writing piece you just had.
Oh, yes, I did get to publish a little review through my friend Genzia Burgos, who hopefully we can get on the show at some point. She's cool people. It's just great to be entering this new chapter. There's a lot of stuff I want to do, but I guess to talk about something concrete, and I know that Jude and Wes at least will have a lot to say about this. Jay-Z's been talking hot recently. Because
real quick,
Jude and I are the only fans of Jay-Z in our age group. Just the only one.
Real quick, I will say this to my brother-in-law Cedric. For years, he was like, "Listen, Jay-Z's the best rapper alive. Period." And I didn't want to listen to him. I was listening to Eminem. I was listening to Lil Wayne, thinking it was some shit. When 444 came out, it just floored me, especially when I went through a breakup at the time. But when I heard that album, I was like, "Yeah,
that's tough."
I call him every now and then. Every time I text him, every time I see him, I'm like, "Yo, Cedric, you're right."
And just the greatest of all time, bro.
That album was something.
Yo, and he was in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame now.
The reason I say he's talking hot is because once again, the subject of him doing a verses came up, and he said, "There's nobody that can stand on that stage with me for 2 hours and do 20 songs. There's nobody who could do it.
Blue.
Can't nobody stand on that stage with me, man. So let's not even talk about it."
Who could do it? Nas? No, not even Nas.
Do you know what I just realized? Yeah. I think Lin-Manuel Miranda has been attempting a Jay-Z impression for 15 years.
Yeah, Yes, absolutely.
I think when you listen to the way that he performs his musicals,
Hamilton, yes,
he's doing a Jay-Z voice.
yes.
I gotta ask Wes and all of y'all, what's your favorite Hove song?
I don't have a dog in this fight because I really.
This changes every week, bro.
Okay, all right. Give me your all right, Wes. I guess this is you and me thing. Your 5 favorite Hove songs.
Oh, I just Cash App my girlfriend with the 5 Hove songs that are my current 5. As the Cash App tag. Give me yours and I'll pull mine up.
All right. So like off the top, I'll say "You Don't Know" remix. I'll say "Bomb" from from 444. I'll also give it to I've been like on like a new Jay-Z tear. I was watching like Hard Knock Life tour.
Bruh. Oh my God, what a great album, bro.
I was watching the Hard Knock Life tour like backstage shit. And it just brought me back to that time of Hove in the 90s when he was like, I'd say Drake in I'd say maybe 2016, maybe I'd say they were in the same kind of level at that in both of those eras of their careers.
Yeah.
And I'd say I just got into a new Jay-Z song called "Is That Your Bitch" with Missy Elliott and Timbaland and Twista. I also say "Dirt Off Your Shoulders."
"Dirt Off Your Shoulders" is a classic.
And then ain't gonna lie to you, just off the top. I mean, Spotify might say differently, but I like Takeover a lot.
Okay.
Takeover a lot, and maybe well, like,
this is like 7 songs.
It's okay.
I'm sorry, yo. He's Jay-Z.
Justin, he's the god. He's the god, bro.
Oh, good. He does
Hove's
all
the god, bro.
Freestyles, bro. This is freestyles.
And you know what's crazy about Jay-Z, bro?
Money, Cash, Holes, nigga what, nigga who?
Bruh. The crazy thing about Jay-Z is that he's still underrated. He's the greatest lyricist of all time. And he's underrated.
He's freestyling all this shit.
I'm gonna go with
he's a great storyteller.
I'm gonna go with As It Stands. I'm gonna say You Don't Know might be number 1.
You don't know. Scream?
Bruh, You Don't Know. Oh My God has been one for a while. That whole album, Kingdom Come, is wild over underrated. No one likes Kingdom Come.
Yeah.
Great album.
Oh my.
Public service announcement.
Yes.
I think you could pluck anything off of that Kanye J album.
Of course, yeah. Niggas in Paris,
Otis.
No Church in a While.
Yeah. What's that one where he's like, oh yeah, I'm up, roll up, you grow me yet. I don't know. I don't even know what that.
The other Hove album I think isn't that great is Magna Carta.
Yeah. That was the first Hove album I listened to as it came out because I remember when I got into high school is when I got into Hove and I listened to the Black album and like memorized 99 Problems and all that. And then Magna Carta came out the next summer. And I remember being like, oh, this is great when it came out. And then over time, it's the one I don't really listen to that much.
Yeah, no one really listens to that album that much. But I'd say 444 is my favorite Hove album. Oh, Marcy Me on that album is crazy.
Marcy Me. You know who directed that? That music video? The directors of Uncut Gems.
Oh,
the Safdie brothers?
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. It has like the same style.
That's
man, we need to just do a Jay-Z episode, Justin. just clear the way, bro.
But,
apparently.
I so jacked though real quick that DMX has a better verse on Money, Cash, Hoes.
Okay.
I just have my own affinity for DMX. I love DMX.
I understand.
Well, I guess I would ask you then, both of you, I mean, this idea that knowing the rule, or at least the conventions of verses, knowing how it works, do you think that Jay-Z could go, like that anyone could stand against Jay-Z? I mean...
No. Ahmad will have another thing to say because people have been saying Busta Rhymes.
Yeah, that's Ahmad's man's.
Better not disrespect that man.
We're not disrespecting that man. But
I mean, go ahead, Ahmad. Yeah,
I would say that I definitely cannot see Busta Rhymes and Jay-Z go up against each other. It's just it. I feel like their vibes are so different.
Yeah,
that it will look weird. It would look very weird to see them both going up.
It'd be mad weird. What would made sense is DMX and Busta Rhymes. That one would have made sense.
Yeah.
They're both aggressive, and they're just like two big dogs barking at each other's face.
Why not DMX and DMX did Snoop, but why not DMX and Jada or Ja?
He would murder both of them first. No,
he would blow Ja at the water, bro,
and Jada, and Kiss, yeah, and.
I mean, we're talking about like echelons. You know what I mean? Like we have like at the upper echelon of these kinds of rappers, we got like Jay,
Nas.
We have like Nas,
Scarface from Ghetto Boys.
I might put him in the second echelon, to be honest. I feel like top is like top echelon. You got to be like people that are like, if they never dropped another song again, they'd still be number one. You know what I mean?
And so my question is, right, like, let's just, I guess, talk about it. The only other Carter, is Wayne in this conversation
No,
I don't think so.
No, Wayne has like, since I'd say 2015 once his jets start falling off and he's been fucking crazy. It's all the seizures he's having. He's just not right.
So any rapper that I think would have who might have the amount of songs to go against Jay-Z, because Jay-Z just has such a high volume of songs.
Yeah,
I think are not close enough to him to make it interesting. Like I think you could make a case. Yeah, like I think you could theoretically make a case that 3 Stacks isn't a conversation of top rappers of all time.
Yeah,
but you're never gonna put 3 Stacks on stage with Jay-Z.
Yeah,
like, that's crazy.
That looks weird too. That looks mad weird.
And he doesn't have the solo catalog at all to
he doesn't have anything.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't.
That's the only
Yo, Andre, please come back, bro. Andre, stop acting, bro. Like, please come back.
When was the last time he acted? 4 Brothers?
He was in High Life. He was in this TV show on Amazon last year, bro. He's be acting, bro.
In, what's it called? The Jimi Hendrix movie he did?
Yeah. He's acting, bro.
Yeah. It is, I mean, yeah, it's, I think you're right.
The volume really makes it. This fucking Bone Thugs and Harmony 3-6 Mafia one. Yo, that shit pissed me off because Busy Bones started fighting in the middle of the verses with 3-6 because he felt that 3-6 was mocking him, was cutting his ass, and they were, because Busy was calling them devil worshippers. It's a whole thing, but that was mad corny. But the rest of the verses was fire. They brought out Shatasha from Thuggish Ruggish Bone. Came out.
Yes,
her pipes still work like that. Her pipes are still working.
Good for her. Good for her. I only recently listened to the album that song is on from Bone Thugs, and I enjoyed it. I haven't really ever listened to 3-6 at all.
That's how your steez, Justin. 3-6 Mafia is not your steez.
And maybe not. I mean, it
stands for 666 666 Mafia.
Oh, understood. Yeah. Well, there you go. I mean, the narrative, the hidden narrative of this podcast is me slowly like learning more about old school hip hop. So I'm ever so slowly catching up to Jude and Ahmad on that front. But yeah, I mean,
Justin turned into a damn demon. That's what it is.
Right.
Yeah.
That's really what it is.
Justin is going to discover the blueprint parts 1, 2, and 3, and then he's going to be an unstoppable nigga. That'll be prescribe Justin Jay-Z songs. Prescribe him. Oh, that's a good for this next phase of your life.
That's dangerous.
Prescribe him some songs.
I mean, I will say it's not like I listened to 444. That's probably and I've listened to American Gangster.
That's Family Man Jay-Z.
No, I know, but my dad.
That's domesticated Jay-Z. That's domesticated Ho.
Niggas talking about Basquiat now. We don't want that, bro.
But my dad was very into the film and therefore the soundtrack American Gangster. So he was always playing that in the car. My dad had like select secular albums that he would play, and American Gangster was one of them.
That's fucking funny. Parents are funny.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not like I don't like him. I haven't had the time or the patience to go through from the beginning.
Have you ever listened to Reasonable Doubt front to back, Justin?
No.
legendary album, bro. You got to do that.
Yo, and all early Jay-Z, because also in that Hard Knock Life tour backstage stuff is this nigga Pain in the Ass. Pain in the Ass is the funniest thing ever. You know what I'm talking about, Wes? Okay, I'm reloaded.
Well, that's him?
Yeah, that's him.
That's a person. I always thought that was Jay-Z doing a voice.
No, that's a Puerto Rican nigga with the most brolic eyebrows. And he has a whole thing like, okay, I'm reloaded.
Yeah.
You really think about big time?
Not because he's at the top. He's at the top of Blueprint. Not Blueprint. He's at the top of Reasonable Doubt, isn't he?
He's in everything. He's a weird looking little Puerto Rican man.
Wayne Hershorn.
Yo, bro, I'm about to send a clip of Pain in the Ass. And
he's very small compared to Jay. How tall is Jay-Z?
Who, Hove?
Should be like 6 something.
I think he's taller than we think he is.
I mean, in this photo of them together, they like Jay's
6'2". He's my height. He's my height.
Yeah, Jay.
I'm 6'2", I'm 6'2", guys. Just so you know, I'm 6'2".
Hey, by the way, I'm 6'2". By the way,
I'm 6'2".
By the way, ladies, 6'2". He's 6'2".
This is tangential, but I meant to say it earlier, and then we got so far off the rails.
Oh my god!
I watched Blade last night for the first time.
For the first time? What?
For the first time.
You'd watched it before.
No.
Listen, you are a blurred. You are a black nerd.
I know, but I'm also
homework. That is essential homework.
How have you not seen Blade?
Because you know how it is when you're growing up and there's a superhero movie, but it's R-rated. Your Christian parents are like, we're not gonna run the risk.
You're a grown man, though.
Watch it.
Well, yeah, that's why I watched it.
Justin, your parents are married to each other, which is beautiful. My parents are divorced, so my dad would let me watch crazy shit.
That's what it is. The reason I bring it up is because I was watching that movie and I was looking at Wesley Snipes do all his stunts, and I was thinking of Ahmad, like, because I've seen one video of Ahmad demonstrate his practice, and there's just a certain flourish that like. If you get taught martial arts from a nigga who grew up in the 80s, like that's the way that y'all fight. Like, so Ahmad has that same. Ahmad, we didn't do this last time, but the Stop This Nigga really should have been that dude, that middle-aged man and dressed up in the tactical gear, whose videos are going viral all over the place.
Urban survival training.
You've seen these, Wes?
Oh wait! Is this the nigga that's like when someone has a gun to the back of your dome?
Yeah, that nigga.
Yeah.
He said, like, listen, you might get shot, but at least you won't get shot twice.
Yo,
what? He said you'll get shot twice?
Look, if someone got a gun to the back of my dome, I'm not doing anything other than giving my wallet up, bro. Like, I'm done. I'm washed.
Listen, I've been in martial arts for 6 years. Jude's been in it for 9, almost 10 now.
11.
11, yeah.
Yeah, 107th Street, baby.
Yeah, and Ahmad has been training however long he's been training. 11. In all of the training that I have had at that school, like, we've done firearm stuff.
We have.
But 100%, the first thing Sifu says is, go ahead and give them what they want. Unless you feel your life is in absolute danger, and like it won't matter if you give them your wallet and you really just have to fight. But like 9 times out of 10, they're desperate
out of here
and they just want the cash.
Bruh.
Give it to them. What are you trying to prove? Thinking you Daredevil? I'm gonna turn around and flip the gun. I'm gonna Jackie Chan it, palm it, and turn it back on the person. No.
And that's y'all who are like martial arts experts. I'm washed. Like, it's clip. It's clip for me, bro.
Wes hit me with a good hip toss one time. Wes hit me with a good hip toss.
Yo, Jude is being mad nice right now. I go to the gym purely so that my body doesn't fall apart. Like, I'm not.
But I have seen. I think I saw the foot, or maybe I saw it in person, or at least I saw the recording. I don't know, but I feel like I've seen Wes hip toss you. And he's one of the only people who like has the hip leverage to do it to you.
That's why I need
y'all are close to the same height.
Because I need niggas my height.
Yeah,
it's true. I got to come back. I got to come back to the gym.
But it's that guy is zany. There was a I don't know. We're just chatting. There was a Twitter thread I saw that I thought was funny. Would be funny to bring on the show. It basically was like, there's like sirens in all of our recordings.
Yeah, that one's me. That one's my recording.
No, I know.
Always your crib.
Listen, crimes are occurring. No cap. Someone was just stabbed by my crib a couple weeks ago. Yep, that sounds correct. Niggas around my crib just be stabbing people, bro. Like. I know we've been making a lot of jokes on this episode, and we will continue to. But every year, Morningside Park has like a stabbing, like on the dot. Like every year, you get it, and it's always a Columbia student too. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Not into it. Not a fan of it.
I'm worried. I'm worried about my homegirl Salma over there. You know, I'm sorry, man.
Yeah. Why don't you go protect her, Jude? Why don't you?
Come on, bro.
Live in bodyguard. How about it?
Living bodyguard,
like Kevin Costner in the 90s.
All forms of protection.
Her family is Muslim, so I don't know how they're gonna feel about it knowing.
Your middle name is Ali.
It is.
It is. That is true.
Would you like to join the nation?
My brother, you could be Jude X.
I live right by the Malcolm X mosque, bro. Like we could start going together.
Hell no. I'm gonna walk in there. It's gonna be wrapped in flames because it's gonna be like, we got a half breed over here.
Get your hand on my pocket, nigga. I'm almost done with the autobiography.
How are you liking it, Justin?
It's cool. I mean, I'm listening to it, narrated by Lawrence Fishburne.
Larry, your name is Larry.
Who is Lawrence Fishburne is one Larry. He's like, I have a multiversal variant, and Lawrence Fishburne is my father. Is my father in one of those universes.
Yeah. Yo,
and Harry Lennox in another one.
Like your mother.
His mom.
My mom.
It's the same mom.
These are just because my mother has met both of these men in real life. These are stories that she can tell you if you ask her. She's met Lawrence Fishburne like 3 times. She ran into him on the street.
That's crazy.
And I met him once. I saw him on the Upper West Side. I was walking from Columbus to Amsterdam, and he was coming down. This is like 86th Street. He was talking to some white woman, and I was like, "That's you. Nothing can prepare you for seeing." I mean, that was like
I had dinner with him.
With Larry?
Yeah, I didn't even know it was him.
No, you did not.
I did.
What are you talking about?
Listen, if my mother was alive, yeah. I was at Ricardo's in Harlem, and he was just there, and we were talking to him, and he was like, I'm in a TV show. Like, there's nothing. And then,
what?
And then my mom was like, that's Lawrence Fishburne.
Jude.
Like, all right.
Jude, you know, when I look at that photo of you with Muhammad Ali, I'm like, that's cute. You know what I mean? He met Muhammad Ali. That's his hero. Boom. You did not tell me in the 6 years we've been friends.
Sorry.
How has this never come up? That you've spoken to this man?
It came up now. It came up now.
That is ridiculous. That's ridiculous. That's you. But by the way, you in that photo with Muhammad Ali is equivalent to the time that I met Bill Cosby at a book signing, which is like less cool to say because
it's not even close, bro.
It's actually not equivalent. Yo, but in terms of
just imagine him getting a copy of Little Bill.
Yo, Justin, my mom, I was born in Philly, so my mom worked in Philly for a while. She used to tell me as a kid that on her way to work, almost every day she'd see Cosby out on his porch. And in hindsight, that could have gone very differently.
It could have. He was signing copies of Come On People, which was one of his like Black People Are Bad books.
Yes.
No, Justin, that is not the title of this nigga's book.
It's Come On People.
Stop! Stop saying the title of the book.
Oh, also, yeah, Come On People. Yeah, that's.
Come on, you niggers! Come on!
It's a double entendre. You're right, Jude. I was like 12 years old, and when you're a kid and you're watching TV, like you don't necessarily understand that people age. Like, so even though I knew that the Cosby Show was an old show, I was like, Bill Cosby, like that's just how he looks, and that's not how he looks anymore. And so when I met him, I was legitimately jump scared because he like turned around and he has like one of his eyes was kind of milky and his hair was all white and he was like, it just looked kind of disheveled. It was me and my dad getting this book signed in Magic Johnson Theater. But like it was
funny.
That is the most
a bookstore called Human Bookstore.
Oh my God! Yo, you brought it back.
Human Bookstore, you went there too?
Yo, I loved it.
That's where it was. I loved
it over there. That shit was the bomb when I was a kid.
That was my joint.
Yo, me and my mom was in there every weekend.
This is where we separate the natives from the immigrants, because Wes has no idea what we're talking about.
Human Bookstore.
Yo, I'm a Brooklyn boy, so I don't know what.
Human Bookstore was the wave. It's so sad it had to go. So sad.
I have not heard that name in years.
Oh my God.
Years.
I never actually went in it, except for that book signing that
I was in there all the
saw.
time as a kid.
We could have ran into each other. We were probably like when I left the book signing, you came in to get a comic book. Like there was like a kismet thing.
Damn, that's crazy.
Somewhere there's a picture of Human Bookstore being built, and Alexis Demie is standing there with the hammer, building that shit, bro. Alexis Demie. She's like.
Alexa Demie was
She's cutting the ribbon and shit. She's cutting the ribbon.
Alexa Demie is Medusa, like she's the original.
Yo,
God! No, what I found the tweet I was talking about, which could be an interesting way for us an interesting conversation for us to close on. The tweet says, "Oh, go ahead, Ahmad."
I met him too.
Cosby.
Cosby.
I met Cosby too.
Talk about it.
I literally just remembered.
You just remembered?
In middle school, and this was at Harlem Village Academy. I'm not shouting out their middle school. And it was a charter school. And we had a benefit concert. They brought me and 2 other kids in one of the rooms. And
this sounds so bad.
This sounds sus.
I'm gritting my teeth.
And so when we walked in, we just see a man with a hoodie on, like his back was turned. We turned.
And he thought it was Trayvon or something?
And I was like, "That's Bill Cosby." I said, "That's Bill Cosby," and he was like, "How y'all doing?"
How are y'all doing?
And we are interviewing this man. We're literally talking to him and just asking him questions. And just little then we know, like, Mr. Pudding Pop was, doing a bunch of crazy stuff there. So it's just, yeah.
Bruh. Mm-hmm. You guys know this because you were there for it, but like, I cannot verbalize. I don't know how I'm going to verbalize to my kids the surprise of figuring that shit out about Bill Cosby.
My mother,
because
like a few years before that shit went down, she's like, that nigga was a big rapist. You know that, right? She didn't say
what?
She didn't say it like that, but my mom.
She had the intel.
My mom is like a big was always reading, and I'm sure she came across an article about it years ago, and then she told me, she was like, he's crazy, he's a rapist, because I was really into the Cosby Show when I was just randomly like just watching, because it was on Netflix, and it was like beginning of Netflix, and there's not a lot of shit to watch, and my mom told me, and I was like, what? Nah. And then lo and behold, and now this nigga's out. He's out and OJ is completely free right now. He's off probation.
Bruh, OJ is the luckiest nigga who's ever lived, bro. I don't know.
I think pound for pound is like
pound for pound.
This nigga killed a white woman
and man
got away with it and wrote a book about how he did that shit.
And only went to jail.
Then went on a talk show. And made a joke about it. I didn't do it, but that's why I would have done it if I did it. Every video
fathered Khloe Kardashian. Also,
yes.
Thank you. That's a brolic broad. That is his daughter.
A linebacker woman.
When she kills Tristan, y'all will know. Y'all will know definitively. When she kills that nigga, y'all are gonna know.
Well, the true test is if she gets away with it. Yeah, is that in the genes as well?
She doesn't have those lawyer genes,
That's what it is. I mean, is there a celebrity lawyer of our era? Is there a Johnny Cochran? Like,
about to be Kim. About to be Kim.
Bro,
bar. She passed some.
You got that right.
She passed like a I forget, but it was a specific kind of bar,
I think tier 1, like the first bar before the actual bar exam.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how law school worked.
Yeah, no, me neither. But good for her. So there's this tweet: Jake Paul and Jack Harlow are in a battle for White Boy of the Year.
Jack Harlow.
And
Jack Harlow wins.
We'll hang on though, because then it says Tom Holland and Pete Davidson fighting for third place.
Never mind, it's Tom Holland. It's Tom Holland.
No, Jack Harlow.
I don't know, bro. Tom Holland bagged Zendaya.
Tom Holland
is clapping Zendaya's cheeks without a condom, bro.
Like definitively, we don't know if Harlow is seeing anyone,
and we don't know definitively if Harlow's seeing anyone. But he's inspiring a lot of other black kids to rap. So we're gonna get an amazing rapper from Jack Harlow.
I wonder if when Tom Holland pulled up to Zendaya's condo in LA to ask her out, if he was bumping Jack Harlow on the way, like Jack Harlow might have actually motivated.
I'd say, because I love Tom Holland, and that's my favorite Spider-Man. As I'm about to go see Spider-Man, but I give it a tie. But I think Jack Harlow is one of my favorite rappers.
That's fair. He's making good stuff. I like his stuff, a lot of his stuff, which y'all know. I mean, Pete Davidson he's
number 4. He's number 4.
Nah, he's 3. Give him 3. Give him some respect at 3. He's at 3.
I guess Jake Paul is behind him.
Jake Paul is so behind them niggas.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, because Jake Paul is just. I mean, he's not knocking anyone down. He's just. I mean, he is knocking
out.
Listen.
Tyron Woodley.
I will say that when Tom Holland, I sent this to Justin. When Tom Holland, he has been giving a series of interviews, and in each interview, it's more and more clear that this nigga is in there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's so sprung.
They seem to be equally sprung. I mean, that's the indication. Because when you look at them in interview footage, they're like, they're in the
eyes, and I feel it from the screen. I'm like, oh my god, yeah. Like no one's going near Zendaya.
At the same time, though, he is.
But we all know that Wes's theory, real quick, is that when white niggas are just invisible, they're all just a mystery flavor airheads. So
no. My theory is that you got a curve. You got to do a mathematical equation for white boys. Yeah. So like, Tom Holland is as good looking to women as like Trevante Rhodes. Like you got to do the conversion theory, bro.
Moonlight.
The conversion.
Yeah. Okay. Or I'll give you a better one. Tom Holland is as good looking to Zendaya as like a young Lawrence Fishburne.
I see.
Lawrence Fishburne's a very handsome man back in the day.
You got to do the black to white conversion. You got to do the black to white conversion, bro.
Well, and because Wes's theory is based in some observable truth, which is that most black people who are celebrities who become actors or whatever, like they're usually very good looking. Like there's not really like a black Steve Buscemi. No offense to Steve Buscemi. There's not really like a black, you know what I mean? Like there's not like a black actor who's ugly. Like the only one I can think of who isn't like, you see him and it's like maybe Forrest Whitaker, but like,
it's but he's handsome. Like he's that.
He is handsome.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like maybe Sam Jackson, even him, like, he still has swag that like overcomes, even though he's kind of like a regular looking person.
Cuba?
Handsome guy in his day. Handsome guy in his day.
He's just past his prime a little bit, but
Don Cheadle in his day, very handsome guy. Like, there's not really
Jordan
any.
Peele.
Denzel Washington was.
Women find Jordan Peele very attractive.
Because he's smart as hell.
Anthony Mackie. I feel like Anthony Mackie.
Funny.
Maybe.
He is funny.
People also find Anthony Mackie attractive.
Anthony Mackie has a small head on a big body. I just think that's very funny.
Anthony Mackie is like if I ordered Will Smith on Amazon. And he came and was like, damn, this ain't the shit I ordered. I ordered Will Smith.
I feel like
it's like as soon as you open the box, his face is like this.
Doing that smile.
All right, maybe Ozzy Davis. I don't know. Damn. Yeah, now I'm thinking about it now. These are all very handsome motherfuckers.
You know what I'm saying?
Maybe Donald Glover? Nah, bitches love Donald Glover. Donald, not Danny.
No,
Donald.
People love Donald Glover, bro.
Now, Danny Glover is a different conversation.
Nah, Danny Glover was a handsome man back in his day.
Yeah. Delroy Lindo, still scooping up.
Delroy Lindo is still a handsome dude.
Yeah. He's still cleaning up at the AARP club.
Denzel Washington got everybody.
Denzel Washington has multi-generational thirst. I think he's on the edge of it now. I think he's like kind of getting Like you are starting to see him age.
He about to be 70, right?
He's almost 70.
He's almost 70. But
This will be his last year, though. But he does do a great showing in Macbeth of being just a good-looking older man.
I need to see that, and it's coming out on Saturday.
It's good.
Yeah, it's very good. I got to see it at the festival, the film festival.
I did too.
Is he done? Is he done just shooting people and being a tactical agent? Like, is he done with this?
I think he is. I think so.
He's stabbing niggas in this one.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you got to pay for the grandkids' college. You do an Equalizer movie.
Yo, he's good. His son is good. His son's a good actor too.
I don't like him.
Oh, you know,
I don't like him either.
Forgot about John David Washington entirely.
Bruh.
Oh, why?
And I will continue to forget about him.
Bro, so did Denzel. So did Denzel. Denzel, this nigga Denzel was casting a young black man for a movie, looked at his son, and cast Michael B. Jordan. You know how tough that shit is, bro? You have a son.
You know what? This is the exact relationship.
Ice Cube got his son to play him, and Ice Cube's son did a good job.
O'Shea is a better actor than
O'Shea is a vastly better actor than John David Washington. It's just that he is less good looking than him traditionally.
He's better than Michael B. Jordan too, if you really want to get into it.
O'Shea Jackson is a top tier new black actor, and they're not giving him respect.
All right,
bro.
O'Shea Jackson has to be a Marvel character in the MCU phase 4 or 5. Who's he playing?
Ben Grimm, the Thing.
Yeah. Actually,
you did it with that one. You did it with that one.
Be the Thing, bro. He got to be the Thing. Bro.
Wes has actually been nursing this one for a while. Yeah.
You know what? I will. Okay. I will bet Wes, because this is in 2024. I will bet Wes $100. If he is not Ben Grimm, you got to give me that 100.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
Cool. Fire. I can see it. I mean, Wes and I have thrown around ideas for like a Black Fantastic Four cast or a mixed race one.
You are so Mr. Fantastic. Like this cast right here, I'd say Justin gives me Mr. Fantastic vibes. I'm sorry, it's the hair.
Oh, off the back.
Oh, Ahmad is Sue Storm apparently.
Ahmad, are you still here? Ahmad has vanished.
She's the most powerful one.
But I do think
Wes,
actually,
which one are you and me between Human Torch and Thing?
It depends on which one of us is more grumpy at a given time. I think.
I think Jude is the Johnny Storm.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because of the women thing. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
he's a bit of a hot rod,
and I'm just a grump from Brooklyn, so I guess that
it fits. It's
just the grumpy guy.
But I actually, Ahmad, I think you'd appreciate this. I was thinking if they go black with Sue Storm, Nicole Bahari would kill that.
Who's Nicole Bahari?
Nicole Bahari would eat that up. Y'all know, right?
Hold on.
You're fine. Man.
Stand by.
BEHA. And then she'll pop up. Miss Juneteenth.
Nicole Bahari and Tiana Paris are going to be our era's.
Bahari? Oh, BEHR?
That's a good one, right? Especially when you look at her with that blonde hair from Black Mirror.
Oh!
Yes. And her body is crazy.
This one?
I'm talking about just. I'm like, oh my god!
It's great casting. They're gonna cast Christian Bell, guys.
As who?
As Sue Storm, I guarantee you.
Christian Bale.
No, Christian Bell.
Oh, Christian Bell.
It's gonna be someone that we're just like, oh, come on.
They cast an obvious one. I mean, Marvel. I think they're in a place now where like.
Shorty.
They might want to try to be
Place.
too faithful because they took a risk with Spider-Man in these past 2 movies and people reacted in different ways. So they might try to go very literal with the Fantastic Four, which
Maybe.
would be like a safe choice. Obviously, kind of boring, but whatever.
Do Andre Holland. He'd be great.
Mr. Fantastic. He'd be solid. He'd be solid.
Really good.
I would say, okay. Well, since we got like our Fantastic Four cast. Who do you think would make a dope Doctor Doom?
I think, and I've tossed around a few ideas because there's been people that I would have. What did you say?
This man said Morgan Freeman.
Now look here, Reed Richards. Now look here.
Nah.
My face is scarred,
Look here.
and it's your fault.
Or get busy dying.
I'm the ruler of Latveria. Don't ask me why I sound like I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. Sue Storm, I like you, and I want you. We can do this thing.
We can do this the easy way, or we can do this the hard way. The choice is yours.
Viagra inside.
But
let me get this Viagra. Let me let it kick in.
Dr. Doom.
Shock your pussy.
Dr. Doom is an interesting character, right? Because you need to have someone who can be regal, and you need to have someone who can be a very, like, obviously threatening and imposing, and who has maybe a great voice. Like, you want someone who can do a great vocal performance because their face is going to be behind a mask, ideally, for most of the screen time. So, I mean, I think I've gone through a few different ideas, but the one that I've settled on that I'd really like to see is Cillian Murphy.
That's a good one.
Scarecrow from
his crazy ass. I like. But
like I think he could do a very like icy, calculating Von Doom.
What about the Ralph Fiennes?
Ray Fiennes.
That would have been interesting a few years ago. I think he's a bit older than I would care for.
I think Doom depends on how young they go with Reed Richards, because they have to be college buddies.
You know who should be? Danny. Your boy Danny. It should be Danny.
Danny Meddy would be...
Danny Meddy.
I don't know if he would be a very fitting Victor Von Doom. But you know who Danny has said he wouldn't mind playing? He was like, I could be Wolverine. That dude's he's a short, hairy dude. Like... What, like, that's me all over. Just put me in the gym for 6 months. I'm being
and give him some steroids.
Let's be honest. Well, they're automatically going to cast Timothy Chalamet as Victor Von Doom.
I was just thinking that. Get out of my head, bro. I was just thinking
that. I'll take my.
They will literally.
Bro, fucking Timothy Chalamet should be haunting a fucking mansion somewhere, bro. Like, I don't even. Why is he?
How do you feel about him as Willy Wonka in the new? Chocolate Factory.
I hope the check cleared, bro, because that shit looks terrible. I hope the check was good.
It's a bad idea. Timothy Chalamet looks like Timothy Chalamet has the same.
He looks like the children.
That's just, but like Justin's about to make a joke right now, which I'm sure will be funny. But that's Justin's man's, bro. Like when we're off thing, Justin's like, yeah, that's my nigga. We used to go to LaGuardia together. We used to be in plays together. Jude, ain't this nigga say this all the time, bro?
Same thing about Jarrell Jerome.
Facts. Same thing about Ansel Elgort. He was like, I don't know what the issues are about.
Before COVID, me and Justin were out at a club and we ran into that nigga. And Justin went to say what's up, and I'm like, yo, that nigga be acting mad funny. What the fuck? Who is this?
We did actually see Jarrell Jerome.
Oh, okay, because my shit was a lie, but
yeah, no, Wes was being funny, but we did see Jarrell at a club. I
believe Timothy went to LaGuardia because he looks like one of them.
No, he did. He did. I think he's a year older than me and Justin.
He's 3 years older than I am. So
he's 2 years older than me. Yeah.
But no, what I was going to say, I mean, the joke is just that he has the same thing kind of going on with his face that this one chick on Gossip Girl does, where they look like they could play the ghost of a child who died in the 1800s.
Which one are you? The white girl, the blonde one,
who's dating the Japanese kid. Yeah, they just have those really sharp cheekbones that look malnourished and like European. It's but hey, the kid is a good actor.
I don't think he's been to the potato famine.
Yeah, to be honest.
Nigga looks like he could get vaporized by the sun, bro. Like real talk.
Oh my god.
He should play Deacon Frost or something.
I was just about to say that.
Vampire in one of these.
You want to watch Mahershala Ali, a 50-year-old man, beat the shit out of Timothy Chalamet?
100%.
Yo, I want to see what happens when Timothy Chalamet get on some steroids and he get mad jacked. And
he's gonna get off. He's gonna get off very soon.
Mahershala just being like, some Upper West Side white boys always trying to ice skate uphill, and then beat him to death. I'm really excited though. If there's anything that's come out of me watching that Blade movie, and I don't know if I'll watch the sequels necessarily.
The second one's very good.
2 is crazy.
The second one is very good.
3 is mid. 3 is mid.
Trash.
And do not watch the Sticky Fingers series.
I won't. I actually saw an episode of
Oh,
the
that
series
wild.
Like it popped up on cable. I was like, "There's a Blade TV show."
There certainly is.
With Sticky Fingers.
One season that
From
it
Onyx.
lasted, and then they were like, "This is a bad idea."
Bruh, my dad used to watch that shit with me as a kid, and I'd be like, what the fuck is this? It's
I feel like inherently Blade is a character model who works for TV. Like I think actually I wouldn't mind seeing him get a TV show as opposed to a movie, but I also think looking at this, I just watched the finale of Hawkeye, and they are really kidifying a lot of things that I feel like if they put Blade on Disney Plus, it wouldn't hit the way it's supposed to. But we'll see how Moon Knight turns out, because they're advertising that as like a very, dark sort of thing. But then they kind of always reel you in with that. They're like, this one is going to be the dark one, and then it's like
allegedly,
Moon Knight's like, I know he has DID. I'm sure one of the personalities is going to be like a fun, joking. And that'll be
probably
the Moon Knight.
But Blade is supposed to pop up in that show, so we shall see.
He showed up in Eternals as a voice.
Yes, he did. Yeah,
Eternals. I heard.
I liked Eternals.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he's a voice in Eternals
in the background. But me and Stephanie thought it was Samuel L. Jackson. And then I did
me
my
too.
Googles.
I didn't know who the.
That's the funny thing, because it's like I don't like Mahershala Ali doesn't have like a recognizable voice.
Nah, he doesn't.
It's counting on you to anticipate that Mahershala Ali as Blade will be revealed in this movie in this way. Rather than just like showing him.
They got to do Googles. You just got to do your Googles.
Yeah, I guess
Blade coming out?
Get him on set. We don't even know.
I think 2023.
God,
it's starting filming this year.
So can we get some pictures? Can we get some like anything?
All we know is that Delroy Lindo is playing a character in it, and that apparently Ethan Hawke is playing Dracula in Moon Knight, which probably means that he's going to be in.
Oh, Ethan Hawke? I like Ethan Hawke.
Jake! Yeah. Ethan Hawke is good.
Jake!
Ethan Hawke is good.
Jake.
He's like, hey,
how you want it, dog?
And he turns around and he's like, hey, I'm the fucking police.
I run shit here. You just live here.
My family has been quoting I'm surgical with this for 20 years. Ever since Training Day came out, my family has been quoting that line. I did too.
Your mom just cutting us a chicken like, I'm surgical with this.
I'm surgical with this.
It's like he's like, you know what this is? This is 90% bullshit, but it entertains me. Now you entertain me with your bullshit.
Isn't Denzel Washington playing Eva Mendes in that movie, or am I missing?
Eva Mendes is gorgeous.
Yes,
let me tell you something. Denzel Washington is one of the only male celebrities, bro, that they kept putting him with more fine shorties in every single movie. Yeah, and you were just like, yeah, it makes sense. You're like, sure. He was with Julia Roberts in one movie. You were like, yeah, sure. He was with
Sanaa
Lathan, Angela Bassett. You're just like, okay, cool. Makes sense.
Yeah, it all works.
The man is handsome as hell. Everybody, including my mama, wanted this dude.
Ironically, my mother was never much of a Denzel fan.
My mama either.
I mean, as an actor, yes, but as a
oh, my mom was in love with Denzel. She was in love with Denzel.
Which is funny because one of the celebrities my dad gets compared to most is Denzel Washington.
Wow, lucky him.
And my mom is always like, nah, I don't see it. I mean,
your mom is doing that to humble your pops. She's just like, I don't see it. Maybe. I don't see it. She sees it, but she's like, I don't see it. No.
Right, but then on the other hand, my dad has a crush on Lynn Whitfield, and he says it's because he reminds him of my mom. So
Lynn Whitfield.
That's how he gets away with it.
Lynn
Whitfield is. That's Angela Bassett's evil twin.
Thin Line Between Love and Hate, she was in her prime, bro.
Let me tell you something.
That was full on in a damn bra and panties when Martin Lawrence came to her house talking about something. He loved her and he tore her ass up, and that was when you saw her titty for the first time. It was great.
Speaking of anything,
it was a blessing.
I've been reading "Pimp" by Iceberg Slim.
How is that? I wanted to read that.
Bro.
My dude, yes.
This is tragic. It is a sad book, but I'm enjoying it. I'm reading it at work because I'm demonic.
Yes. That is demonic.
But I'd say it's a really good read so far. I haven't been captured or captivated by a book in a minute.
Damn.
Did you get to the part where he ended up in a juvie?
Yes, I passed that, and yeah, I don't want to spoil it for these guys.
Is it an autobiography? Is it an autobiography?
Essentially,
It's written by him.
It's a memoir. It's a memoir.
I gotta read it. You know what's crazy though? That book and the autobiography of Malcolm X were 1 and 2 on the bestsellers in the same year.
That's crazy.
It's crazy.
I'm not surprised. I mean, it was
Malcolm X too now.
Good book.
The book was, recommended by none other than Dave Chappelle from his special, the Bird Revelation, and he talked about that and compared one of the stories to why he left to go to Africa.
Yeah.
And so, that book there is a pretty good read.
Yeah.
We recommend it.
It's tragic.
My girlfriend said that one of her students read the book. She was student teaching a class and wrote a script based on it.
How old are they?
I don't know. They're like 18, 19. And one of them read the book and like wrote a script that was similar to it. And she was like, she brought it to me, she told me about it. She was like, da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, did he read Pimp by Iceberg Slim? And she was like, I think so. I was like, that nigga is a demon. He is a demon.
Because look out for that guy. That could be a something to produce in the near future.
And it's like, he doesn't glamorize anything at all. It's real dirty, but it's real. It's very honest, and I'm enjoying it. I'm I'm on like chapter 5 already.
Yeah,
good.
I'll put that on my reading list. There's a lot of stuff I want to finish reading or start reading this year, which brings me to my final question for y'all as we wrap up.
Yes.
Listen, I know we all think New Year's resolutions are cheesy, but I guess I want to ask, what's like one goal that you have for yourself moving into this new year, whether it's something you want to read, somewhere you want to go, something you want to achieve? I'm curious, and let's keep it because I already see Jude. Grinning.
Jude.
Let's keep
Jude.
it.
Jude. Not for nothing. Real quick. I accomplished great things in 2021.
Yes, you did.
Damn,
you did.
And
Honey
Nut Cheerios, Cocoa Puffs. So.
Shouts out to them. You had a lot of cereal.
Yes, sir.
Almost got a cavity, but you hung in there.
No cavities. No cavities.
But yeah, I guess Wes, you're our guest, so let's start. Do you have anything that you're?
Man, I was gonna, I'm trying to be less goal oriented in terms of like my career and shit like that, because I feel like that in the last year really got me like fucked up. Like I was really like the whole year like, damn, I'm not doing this thing I want to do, and I felt like a loser. So like on the recommendation of a couple people, but Jude especially, I started going to therapy last week.
Yes, sir.
For the first time, I got my second session. First week of the new year. I just like to get ahead of that stuff, man. Like if I could get through a year and I've been in therapy consistently all year, man, I'll feel accomplished, bro. Real talk.
That's beautiful. What about you, Ahmad?
Hey, I would say I would like to be better financially. That's
who you
number one. Just like that's number one off the back. Just not like better financially, like knowing my money, like where the money is going, and how to not get into like a whole lot of hiccups without any knowledge of of anything financially. So I would love to do that for myself.
Yeah.
And just put myself first, and always check in with the people that I care about the most and the people who care about me equally. Yeah, that's what I would like to do.
I like it.
Because I love y'all.
Hey,
sometimes.
Love you too,
likewise, bro. Don't even
only
worry
just
I love you.
Just
I love you.
Just for today. All right, relax.
Just for today. Jude, brother Jude.
I'd like to start meal prepping a little bit more and just have my meals prepped, at least lunches prepped, because I can cook dinner like nothing, but at least some lunches and dinners prepped, so I can save money and get brolic.
Lunch is easy to skip too, because you'll be in the swing of your day and then like you haven't eaten in 5 hours.
Yeah, and I'm trying to build, like I'm trying to just be a different kind of nigga out here, but just be strong. But I also am looking to be going to Europe in the summer and try to. Me and my homegirl, shouts out to Lily, are planning a trip to Europe to go to like Berlin and France.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So me, Lily, and her homies are just gonna try to have a good time in Europe and maybe have a little bit more fun with school, because the last year, this is my first semester at first year at Hunter, and it's been 2 straight COVID semesters, and I felt trash. But I'm trying to like attack this next semester, and the following semester, next fall, like a gangster, just take it by storm, and then after that, I have spring, fall, and spring. Then I'm done. I'm to that horizon right now, so it's interesting.
Yeah, that's what's up. For me, I think I've mentioned to y'all at some point that that I'm interested in making the switch to pescatarianism in the year. So I've been starting to prep myself for that mentally. I've had salmon twice in the past 4 days, and I like salmon. I like fish in general, so it's not going to be that difficult. But I also realized, like, sometimes I have a chicken cutlet and I'm like, this is really what I needed right now. Man. And I'm going to have to curtail that, But I think similar to you, Jude, I want to start being more conscious about what I eat, what goes into my body. Food is fuel. And still making, and not punishing myself. One of my old drama teachers, Mr. Davidson, he had a saying when we were doing our warm-ups. He would say, no pain, no pain. And one of my fellow classmates was just reminding me of that, like how that's really stuck with us. Because it's like, if you're doing something and it doesn't feel good, stop.
Yeah.
No pain, no pain. And it's kind of fire. So I want to keep that in mind, not just with my fitness, but also just with my mental. Like you said, Wes, I'm definitely looking into therapy, and I'm entering this new chapter of my life. So it'd be good to maybe tie up some of the things that I've been through over the past 5 years. Yep.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but there's a book that was really helpful to me. I read it over the summer, and it's a book you need to keep reading again. It's called Defining Decade, How Your 20s Are So Important and Why They're So Important. And it has everything from school, relationships, and like your careers and stuff like that. And I read that book and I was like, yo, it's answering a lot of like questions and things I'm worried about. And it's a very reassuring book. It calms you down and makes you put things in perspective. And it's for sure a book I will have to read again to like get something new from it. But I would recommend Defining Decade to all y'all. I'm going to send y'all a link in Legion of Doom.
Yeah, please do. I want to keep the Legion of Doom chat going all 2022 if we can. My final goal, and this is I guess more of a kind of an official announcement to y'all, but I'd like to make a movie with y'all this spring.
Not like one of them nasty flicks, right, Justin?
No, nothing crazy.
Cue the theme song.
When we shared that Wesley Snipes clip around where he was talking about like martial arts movies, and you had that idea of creating, like shooting like a little scene and sending him a tape. I started to think there's an idea that I've been nursing for a while, because I wanted to shoot something with Jalen, my godbrother. And I've recently come up with a way that I think I can combine what that idea was going to be with you and Ahmad, Jude. So I'll tell y'all more about it once it's written. But Wes, I would love if you'd maybe direct it.
Yeah, man. I'm always down, bro.
Yeah. And I think it could be a really fun little springtime project in conjunction with HBO.
And Spring Break.
Action comedy. Yeah, and Spring Break. So be on the lookout for more details with that. But no, man, I feel good. I think 2022 is going to be cool. I mean, listen, obviously everybody be safe with Omarion running around with the Unicron variant.
It's icebox where COVID should be, boy. It's icebox where COVID should be.
Please be safe and be conscientious. Make the appropriate decisions for your health and the health of your family.
Wear your mask and wear your condoms, yo.
Absolutely.
Listen, you don't want all the time. You don't want crash COVID. You don't want
double bag it.
You do not want to be standing on the line of a City MD for a COVID test or for an STD test,
or both at the same time.
Imagine you got to go to City MD for a COVID test, a pregnancy test, and an STD test.
Imagine. You want me to imagine? That was anyway.
Yo, your hair gonna fall out. You don't get wrinkles immediately.
Yeah. So, as always, we encourage you to keep taking care of each other. Thank you very much for tuning in, beloveds.
This is introducing the Legion of Doom. New York City. You're not safe.
Yeah, right.
You're not safe.
After 8, it ain't safe.
After 8, nigga. After 12, it ain't safe. After 7 a.m., it ain't safe. Nigga. The fuck?
But we hope you have a happy holiday season, a Merry Christmas, and a beautiful, bountiful New Year.
Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa,
all
sizzling.
Happy Diwali. Does Diwali pop up, or did that already happen? I think Diwali already happened. But, all the holidays, guys, gals, non-binary pals of all religions and creeds, we love you. Harlem's Very Own is for you. And we'll be back in January. So be easy, be breezy.
And you see this hat in your girl crib, just know we in her ribs. You see this hat in her crib, just know we in her ribs.
Deuces, everyone.